Hi Ruben. When you arrived, you said you have the capability of being ruthless. Do you feel you need to be more ruthless than you anticipated, and will you have to show that characteristic again to move the team where you want it to be?
It's a balance of everything. When I see that if the team are trying and I understand that they are trying but they cannot do it, I'm not ruthless. I don't like to be like that just to be or to show strength. I just understand and I have the feeling. I have the feeling what I'm seeing, because you can have two similar situations, but the context is completely different, and I'm trying to understand everything in my team to help them to be better. But when I feel that is something that is going to harm the team, I'm quite ruthless, because I know for sure that we are not going to win with certain behaviors. So I'm trying to make a balance of everything and trying to just help the team.
Come the end of the season, whatever you're doing that for the remaining 2-3 months, you're going to have to show a ruthless side at the end of the season, because it does need changes by your own admission, which is going to mean for some of them it's like, sorry mate, on your bike.
Yeah, we can talk about that in the end, because it's hard to. We have a lot of games still to play and to talk about. But that is clear, and I think that is not a difficult situation, because everybody understands that in football sometimes you stay, sometimes you have to move on. If you know how to explain, for me it's easy. If I know how to explain, I can do it without, and I like to do it because I want to be clear. When I was a player also, I try to use all that experience. When you are honest with someone, they can take it like in the beginning it's hard, but they will understand. So I'm quite honest with my players, and they already know that sometimes they have to move on in the end of the season.
And you're obviously learning a lot about these players. What have you learned about yourself being at Man United? Are you a better manager? Are you a different manager from the guy who first walked through the door? How have you changed?
Yeah, better is hard to say, because I'm not winning games, so I don't feel like I'm better coach. But I lived here in 3 months. I lived certain things that I'm a more complete manager, because sometimes you need to lose to be like in the poor situation to grow. And I felt that during these 3 months, like I'm not going to die if I lose 3 games in a row. And that is something that I learned here, and I can cope to maintain the energy. So I'm learning a lot about myself and the players, but I prefer to win games. That is clear.
Simon. Ruben, when you've worked inside a club for 3 months, you obviously get a very clear picture of what needs to be done. But the picture that was presented to you before you came to the club, was that a genuine one? Were the owners honest with you about not just the strength of the team, but also the position of the club financially?
That is hard I knew the situation, but then it's hard because the perception of your perception in the same situation than me can be different. So it's hard to say that if they are honest or no. I felt that they were honest, but I need to see things and to feel things myself. So it's always a different opinion in that matter. So I knew the situation. I knew that was a risk, but we are surviving and doing everything. And I think today is really hard, I know, but this is going to help us in the future. So I hope. So we'll see.
Well, I was going to ask. I mean, there's a lot of negativity around the club, but is there anything positive that you can offer the fans going forward?
I think I see a clear path, and I see that from the board also, because they are doing also difficult changes that they are not popular, but they are doing, but because they have a vision, and I think that is clear. But in the future we need to show some results, because you can do a lot of changes, and if you don't have results, people don't feel confidence and happy, and that is winning games, it doesn't matter. So I think the good thing is that we have a clear path. Now it's hard, but we are doing things to achieve success in the future.
Last question, Joe.
Hi Ruben. Can I ask you about Harry Maguire? Do you think his form is good enough to be considered by England, and would you like him to be called up by England, or do you think he needs a rest when the international break comes?
If he's enough, he's with a national coach. I would be really happy for him. I think he deserved. He's a great guy. I think he needs to improve, still improve, because when you are a player, you can improve every time. You can improve a lot of things, but I think his performance in the moment are quite good, and you felt that he's more a leader now that can help a national team. So I hope he's in the national team in the next games.
Okay,
thank you guys.